What is up? Welcome back, everybody. Sometimes on Sunday podcast, we're back in action. I am Woobs, the man behind the wheels of steel over there, Hans Brotansky. What's up, Hans?
What's up, Hans?
We got the unicorn in human form over here, Jay Reyna. What's good?
Hey, everybody.
Let's give a shout out to my man, the Vanilla Gorilla, Carlos. He
couldn't make it.
He couldn't make it. He's a little under the weather.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah. And then we got a big guest today. You probably know him. The kid from Pilsen. What's good? Give him a clap.
Guys.
Applause all the way around. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I love that thing. I don't know. I get a kick
It's so
out of
cheesy. I just like the way it just cuts off automatically. It's just like
You gotta but you gotta put it down.
The fade.
I told Hans, I go, it sounds like a jacuzzi running. Jacuzzi faucet running.
A waterfall.
Yeah, especially if you stop it like that. Just
That's what it sounds like.
good shit. No, yeah, we got the kid from Pilsen. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Thank you.
All right. This is gonna be a good one. Track 15?
That's right, track 15.
We've been at it
We made it
year.
all this way.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep going.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right.
The kid from Pilsen. You go by the kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what's your name?
William Guerrero.
William Guerrero.
Yep.
From Pilsen, born and raised?
Born and raised. Correct.
Nice, man. Nice. You're everywhere, bro.
Yeah. Everywhere, anywhere, every time.
Yeah,
You
he was actually supposed to run the marathon today, and he decided to come, kick it.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was running. I was like training. I was running. I run a lot.
He ran here.
No, I got Ubered here. Thank you today. But I run a lot. Whether it be in boots and ones.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're busy. You're all
Yeah,
over the
but
place.
yeah, bro. I was thinking you must be tired, man. You've been doing stuff all week, right?
Yeah, all week, all month, really. But I mean, I know it's the beginning of October, but all year, really, since the beginning of the year, it just started to actually
picking
pick up. Actually, it started to pick up even more. When I turned 21, it just started to pick up.
Yeah, I've been following you for a little while, man. I've seen like a lot more movement on your social media as of late. You're everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did some stuff with Big Meech, I saw, right? I think you were at a festival and they were there.
Yeah, it was a house music fest. It was also Michelada Fest, and it's a new Masflow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He was supposed to be on the show. He got a little busy. It was a scheduling conflict, I guess.
Yeah.
But he didn't make it. You know who I'd like to get on? You know Manny Mendoza, right?
Yeah, Mano from 18th.
He's from the hood too.
He's what a perfect example of what a leader and a chef, especially in the weed industry.
Bro.
Like,
You've been to one of those functions? Events?
Yeah, man. I love his food.
Dude,
I love his food.
Tell me it's not the best food you've ever had.
Man, it's the best.
It really is.
Right.
Like, I'm not fucking talking shit. Like, it's some bomb ass food.
Right, really?
He throws down, bro.
Everything is curated to the plant, all the way to the sauces and things like that. I've seen him in action. When he's focused, he's focused.
Yeah.
I feel left out. I've never had.
You've never? Oh,
never
bro.
had
Okay, we gotta do this.
How about you, Hans?
So
I never had it either before.
for those of you not familiar, Mano from 18th, Manny Mendoza, he was on Cooked with Cannabis on Netflix.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
I've seen that show.
The last episode, the winner, that was him.
Really? Okay.
Oh, he won it all?
No. So it was like every episode is like a competition. So
Okay.
different winners. But
it's like a showdown between two chefs, I think. 2 or 3 chefs.
We got to go to one of these dinners, bro.
I agree.
Are they like those dinners that are like special invite?
No, they used to be. They were really like speakeasy. Like I went to one of the first ones, and it was like really like speakeasy type thing because it wasn't legalized yet. So I went one of those things.
Yeah, did you have to have a password and everything for it?
No, but it was pretty cool, man. It was a cool experience, and then but it was already picking up. Like there was already all this talk about it legalizing and all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty fucking fire.
So you didn't have like a passcode, like the seagulls enjoy the weather today.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a guy with a slot at the door, a special knock. Yeah, no.
Sip
Dope
on a
ass
20.
food.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Dope ass. We gotta do one of those.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
I don't know how you. There's some people that just can't handle edibles, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Because
with
it's
it.
like it's infused food.
Right.
I'm saying you weak, bro.
Yeah, I know Carlos has a hard time with that. I've been telling him for years about it, for a couple of years, but he's like, I don't know, man, because he's had bad experiences with edibles, man.
Oh man.
Some people, to each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own. But you know what the cool thing is about that is, you can decide to you could tell them, oh, I don't have a high tolerance, so like the curate to the person.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
like you when you order your tickets, you let them know that, and they'll
Go easy
like-
on me. Mm-hmm. What's your tolerance? What'd you tell them?
Oh, I'm low, but it's just most times I don't really consume it.
Yeah.
Like I love drinking water majority of the time,
Yeah.
or soda, but like I just wanna live. I wanna be able to remember my life.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Hey, yeah, it's not for everybody. But you know what? Like I said, the cool thing is you could go over there. You could just say, I don't want any of that stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
it's curated.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Awesome food though. Anyway, yeah. I saw you. You've been you're in that circle. Tanya's another one that I really would like to have on one day.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope ass, right?
Yeah,
Dope ass
she's
girl. She's like a
brilliant
organizer.
leader. Yeah, brilliant leader, and I've worked with her from some time to time, but then everything just was starting to catch up. It was like either choosing to stay or like choosing to like explore other opportunities.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta explore. Like I'm young. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm touching on all these things, because like you're everywhere, bro. Like what else have you been working on this year? Like what projects have you had that you're like pretty proud of, like for this year, or something you've done?
Recently, Smoothie King. So I work with a creative agency called Gertrude, and so I recently got hired, and so Smoothie King is like a big palette. There's a big palette going around. It's going to Dallas, Atlanta, New Orleans, and it already showcased here in Chicago for 2 days, and taking photos of Sandrock, taking photos of the palette, and like it's dope. And Smoothie King people are dope, like
Nice.
I've introduced them, or the company introduced them to me. Very good people, and just like getting like free Sandrock hoodies, like first dibs on them. Like I don't have to worry about waiting in line. At 5 a.m. They were the people there at 5 a.m. waiting for those Sandrock hoodies, which is like, I was like, yeah, Sandrock is another huge figure in the community as well. Like,
What are Smoothie King, Sunrock? What do they do?
So Smoothie King is, from my experience, Smoothie King, they serve different kinds of smoothies, and they recently came up with the mocha and the espresso smoothie.
Nice.
So they serve different smoothies, have different locations around in the United States. And Sandrock, he's an artist. He's a local artist in Pilsen. He's the one with the red bird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
He's got murals in a little village too.
Yeah. And then he has
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
my favorite.
Albert knows a little bit about that stuff.
Yeah, my favorite one is Hustle with Ambition, the one where the bird is pushing the la paleteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen that one.
Yeah, I have that sticker on my desk.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's dope. That's dope. So you also touched that you're on a tour. Now, what are you running for?
Oh, so this local position is it's called ECPS, Empowering Communities for Public Safety. So I'm running to be ECPS commissioner in the 12th district.
Okay.
And so vaguely what it is we like solidify our relationship with community members, be the mediator, hold public safety meetings and things of that nature, so for far too long, there's been says about, what we need for our safety, and, without community input. So, I feel like with this new created ECPS commission role, community members, this is a position for community members and Chicago activists and organizers that have been wanting a community safety say for so long, and input for so long that, you know, that there's been marches about it, and they finally, on July 21st of 2022, the city of Chicago passed the ordinance, the ECPS ordinance, and so now it's a position.
Yeah, you're trying to fill. A lot of competition, or a few people running.
No, I mean this is not a competition. This is a
No. I mean about because there's got to be some sort of election, right?
Oh yeah, so of course, yeah. So you know, community members can choose the top 3 candidates they would want to represent the 12th district or the 10th district. You know,
that's awesome.
There's 22 districts, so the 3 people can be in that position.
How do they go about electing or voting for that?
Same. It's gonna be the same thing happening with the alderman election and the mayor election.
Oh, it's gonna be on the ballot.
It's gonna be on the ballot. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey man, and how old are you?
21.
Damn.
Shit, man.
Fucking killing it, man.
Commendable, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Put a
Absolutely,
clap
man.
on for that.
Yeah, that was.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Born and raised in Pilsen.
Of course.
Yeah.
Was born on 17th, raised in 17th in Hoyne, and then my dad and mom, we moved to Clinton, Paulina, and that's where we resided.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got a Little Village guy.
Little Village. Born and raised in Little Village.
Nice.
I was actually in Little Village last night.
Nice. Little anecdote. You were like a photography teacher, right?
Yeah. For I think it was like 3 months.
Yeah.
4 months.
My girlfriend's a family member of hers. So like he's about my kid's age. I have 2 boys. He's about my kid's age. Osvaldo Abel. He goes by both. Osvaldo Abel Franco.
Okay.
You know who he is? No. No, he remembers you. He had you. You were one of his teachers. Yeah, for the photography.
Abel, yes, of course, yeah.
Funny little guy.
He'd always wear the hoodies. He would always
yeah.
be drawing. He would always be like playing Apex Legends. Like no, he would.
Was that your cousin? You said, Jordan?
No, he's my girlfriend's. He's a family member of my.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about it. He was over the other day playing with the kids, and he was asking me about the podcast. I was like, oh yeah, I got somebody from Pilsen coming on. Oh yeah, who? The kid from Pilsen. He's like, he's my teacher. He was my teacher. I go, get the fuck out of here. I go, no, he wasn't your teacher. He's like, no, for real. I go, the guy with the glasses. He's like, yeah, that's the kid.
Yeah.
He was my photography teacher. I was like, oh, get the hell out of here.
The photography class, was that through like a school or was that just something on the side?
It was with PCC Arts.
Okay.
So they put a poster saying that they were looking for photography teachers, and at the time I was like, I actually had nothing to do at the time. So I was like, let me do something, and then that post came up and I hit them up and they were like, you know what, we entrust in your like teaching abilities, let's do it. So that happened, and first I got 3rd and 5th graders, and then I got 6th to 8th graders, and that's when I met Abel. And
Cool kid.
teaching kids is it's not an easy thing.
No,
Especially with photography, it's like you have to teach them. You have to teach them in a different language in which they can understand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be easy, because
and
coming in there with a mentality of know it all is not what you should have. That's what I came in with. That was my mistake as a beginning new learning teacher. Like know it all. No, I know. Like you don't know how to interact with the kid. So in a teaching perspective. So now I had to change my vocabulary. I had to tone down because I cuss too. So I had to tone it. I had to tone it down.
Yeah.
It's like regularly I would say
Come
cuss
out
words.
Yeah.
Fucking do it, kid.
It's right. It's like it's
Take
the
the
language.
fucking shot.
Right. It's like it's right there. But then just like it was a great challenge to face, and now I know just how to teach kids in a way and how to talk to them as well in a teaching environment.
I can say for sure as what's it called, that like, did you teach mostly teenagers or was it like grade schoolers or?
So the majority of the time I coach kids
Okay.
in sports, right? But I was never in front of a class where there was desks involved and like a whiteboard involved. So, but yeah, I've coached kids for ever since I was. I listen, Mo, if you're listening, I coached at the age of 12. So that's when I broke my wrist. My left hand wrist. One of my boys landed on my wrist, and that was the end of it. That was my last year playing basketball, and I just didn't play no more. And
You got the hack, huh?
Yeah.
Put the hack on you, huh?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
and then
ruined your
I was
chances to go in the NBA.
the D Rose, dude.
You were the D-Rose.
They called me the D Rose of Harrison. I was like, oh my gosh. But I was quick, I was fast, and then boom, that happened. I was like, man. And then
Damn.
I see my coach sitting down. He's not being loud, and I'm like, man, let me just tell him what to do. I was being the Ronaldo for a bit. And then it just came natural that I finally figured like what I wanted to do. And after, I think last year, I finally had my own team to coach, and we won our championship, the first championship
nice.
alone.
Nice.
Okay. Basketball championship.
Basketball.
Like a school district championship?
No, it
School
was Park. It was
Oh,
Park.
League.
Yeah, Park
Park
League.
League. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So just
What was the age group of the team?
the age group. So it was from 6 to 8, and then 8 to 11, and then 11 to 13.
Okay, got it. And then the class you were teaching, what was that age group like?
It was all three.
It was all three?
So it was all three. So I took 2 with Coach Leo, and then the 11 to 13, Mo led that to myself.
Okay.
And so it was dope. Like there was 2 girls that didn't know much about basketball, and they were nervous, they were scared, and all of a sudden I told them like, yo, listen, like right now you're not with your mom, you're with me right now. So like I need you to do this. So the key to winning the games was defense. And so I just told them like, yo, push me. And they were like, what? I don't want to push you. Like, no, push me. It's fine. And so like all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they start playing mad defense. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is working. And I'm looking at the
Push me
coach.
some more.
I'm looking at the coach, talking mad, And I'm like, yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
is
What was the
dope
name of your
as
team?
Knicks.
Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks. Was it Harrison
Junior
Park?
Knicks, that is.
Harrison Park, Park District.
So it was like so I think to be more clear, it was like a community park league. So it was just at
okay.
Harrison Park.
Okay, that's dope, man. That's dope.
That's awesome.
I also seen you caught the shot. I was checking out your YouTube page, that Rammer Fest.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
dope. I like that.
Yeah.
But there's a big misconception. About,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I did not grow up. I mean, I wasn't born in the 90s or the 80s, so I don't really know much about the history back then. And I'm still learning about the Rammer history and things like that.
Yeah.
But just learning about it with Hefe, you're just trying to change that narrative. Like back in the days, Rammers. When you would see Rammers, especially in Pilsen Little Village, when you would see them, it's on site.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Gotta get out the way.
right. Nowadays, it's just giving back to the community, just changing that narrative. Making sure that because like I look, quote unquote, like someone that could be labeled in the gang database, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And so
it can be stereotyped easily.
right,
Yeah.
very easily. And I got stopped by cops like once or twice. So I mean, like whatever you guys need to do it.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to live.
Yeah. Right.
That guy that you were rolling with, Hefe, he's always in that. Is he always in that vehicle? Or is that just something he when?
So that's the red rum. That's
Okay.
the red rum. That's the Rammer,
Okay.
quote unquote, like the main Rammer.
Okay.
But he's not always on it because he can't be in certain neighborhoods
Yeah.
because of that Rammer, right? And slowly but surely the narrative will change.
Yeah. That's only in Chicago too. That culture.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Rammer. The main.
yeah. For those of you that don't know, Rammers are like just big trucks.
They're Tahoes, K5s,
Yeah.
Broncos,
Yeah.
Suburbans, any vehicle
Any
can be
what are they?
labeled
Square
the
body, the
yeah.
box.
Back
Big
then they
box.
were Capris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they
I
always
won't
look
give away
good,
my
right?
age. I remember
Nice.
that car.
Yeah,
I won't give
baby.
away my age.
But Rammers before, they were kind of like, they were the clunky, junky ones, like,
The throwaways.
yeah, because they were using them for that,
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of grew into this like culture, right?
Yeah.
Like lowriders.
Yeah.
That was so dope. I was showing people that video. I was like, you see, they're not all bad people. These
Right.
guys are
Right,
dope.
like, there are good people out
Yeah.
here.
There are for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we may look mean, but we have a big heart.
That's true.
I was walking my dog in my neighborhood. I live out in not too far from here, and a couple of those Rammers came through my neighborhood, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, look at the neighborhood's gone." The neighborhood. I was like, "Man, those guys are cool. Yeah, that's a cool vehicle right there.
Yeah,
It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
appreciated
like I
that
said,
video.
like the lowriders. Right?
Yeah.
Cali has the lowriders. We have the Rammers.
We got the Rammers.
We got the Rammers.
That's dope. George got a Rammer.
I got a little Rammer. A little.
No, he doesn't.
It's a Golf,
Just a-
Volkswagen Golf.
The one with
It's a tiny rammer.
the camp.
Yeah, it's
camp,
got the
you know?
yeah.
But it's not about the size of the rammer. It's just
Yeah.
the personality driving.
You're damn right. Nah. But yeah, really cool, man. Everywhere. I was gonna ask you what you were on something yesterday, or the day before. There was like a
Chicago votes. Shit talk, was it?
no, there was like a big backdrop of lights, like a big thing of lights in the background. You had it on your post.
What did I do yesterday?
Probably that
He's a
busy.
busy man.
Yeah, it's like
It was some sort of like an interview too. Like it was like a panel of people, or was it like an old video?
that was probably an old video, but I know for a fact that I was on the Shit Talk podcast with
Okay.
Chicago Votes.
Oh, talking shit.
Well, no. So Shit Talk is just like a political talk.
Yeah.
You know, where they can't endorse anyone. They're a nonprofit. So we just talk about a little bit about how like the people that are in political positions like treat the youth, and my opinion on it, how I viewed it. I talked a little bit about it. I feel like they can do a little of a better job, listening to the youth. It's not because, oh, we're young, they don't know much. Of course, like, yes, we don't have much experience because we're younger, but we do know what we want in the future, right?
Really.
And so, we can say all these things, and all of a sudden, like, when they don't hear us, we're forced to protest. We're forced to march, So, like, we'll be knocking at your doors and be like, listen, man, like, respond to my email, respond to, my letters or something, so that we won't have to go through this again.
Like,
Right,
let me
right.
be heard.
Right. Or be at City Hall. What, like, that's, now I don't really see much going on with protests or marches, so, but I think, what else was it? I feel like I was on another.
Yeah, there was something with lights in the background. I saw it on your post maybe yesterday or the day before. And it was like different people on different chairs, and it was like a big backdrop with lights on. It was like nice and fancy. I was like, oh shit, what are you doing?
Why do you do it? Like, what's the drive? What's the push? I mean,
To
do what you're doing.
do
like,
what my
I mean,
dad-
is it? That's what I was gonna ask. Was it something that you've seen or
Yeah.
something that you
Yeah,
experienced?
so it's my dad, really.
Your dad?
It's my dad. Overall, like, my dad risked everything to give me, my siblings. I have 3 siblings, to give us everything, right? So he went through it all. And I'm not gonna get into it, but to be able to acknowledge what he did for my family, and he's still pushing. Like, the day that he came, he had to work the next day, right? So he had to put food on the table, find like a roof above our heads, like keep the heat going or the cold going, making sure the water's working and things like that. And just like noticing that he also brought fruit home. Every time that he brought fruit home, like I had a little bit of reflection, like, damn, he always would bring fruit or vegetables home. And me, I would never eat it. Now I'm starting to eat it. Now I'm starting to eat it because, like, now I'm very, very grateful that he's thinking about us every single day.
Yeah.
And he's a single father with 4 kids, I'm sorry, including me. And so, like, the fact that he chose to stay, the fact that he chose to still provide for our family regardless of the situation. Like, we were in shambles when my mother chose what she wanted to choose, and it's her life. At the end of the day, it's her life. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone wants to find their happiness. It's cool. Find your happiness. Go ahead, do it. But acknowledge what you did. Like, you've left us in a very difficult position. The minute my mom left, we had to go to my dad's job, and we were there cold because he works at a fruits and vegetables.
Like a
warehouse.
freezer, like a
yeah,
freezer
in a freezer,
area?
yeah.
Okay,
So like
okay.
everything was fresh, but we were cold. I think the only thing that I remember from that night, key, was there was a Kit Kat bar from the vending machine. We were hungry as hell. We were hungry because we were awoken, and I'm like, what's going on? We had to go, and my little sister was hungry. Kit Kat bar was like leaning on the machine, and so I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna get these 2 for the price of 1. So I did it. I had my quarters in hand, and then I just distributed it evenly.
Yeah.
Like,
So are you the oldest of the?
I'm the oldest.
Of the family.
The oldest. So there's a sense of responsibility in being the oldest.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just
It usually is with the Latino families.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like my dad used to be a machista, so like everything on point.
Yeah.
Now it's died down. Now he's like seeing like what this new generation is teaching him and things like that.
Right.
And like now that he's more open to it, he's like, that's dope. Now that we can talk about more things, fluctuating, things like that. But yeah, my dad, for sure, 100%.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, you're pushing through it.
Yeah.
I know you're making your dad proud.
Yeah.
I mean,
At the end of the
you're
day,
making
like-
Pilsen proud too.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
You
at the end of the day, like, I just want to make sure that I got to get my dad out that job. I have to. Like, it just pains me to see him wake up at 3 a.m, you know, and now, like, he's been there for 17 years now.
Okay.
So, like, it's like, all right, but you've already done what you did. Just quit your job, please. Let me take care of the rest, you know?
Yeah.
And he's seen what I'm doing, and, you know, he doesn't want to stop working, though. That's the thing. He doesn't want
Yeah.
to stop working. That's a Mexican culture.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We can't stop working. We
Yeah.
cannot. We cannot. But I don't know. I also don't endorse, like, the overwork.
Yeah.
Don't overwork
Getting burnt
yourself.
out.
Yeah.
The burnout is so bad. I've always like, yeah, burnout. No. At the age of 21, it's bad now.
Yeah, really tell me about it.
When you turn 20, it's downhill from there, man. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you say that about what's it called? The Mexican culture is just all about work and everything. I had a family member. The man is 80 years old, and the guy can run better than we can at 30.
Oh wow.
Like, I've seen this guy bolt across the street, and we're just like sitting here like, oh my God, why are we running out of breath so fast? Like, he was the type of man that was just like, that did not like to sit still. So like, even when he was at home, he was always constantly cleaning. Well, when he was living with my sister-in-law, he was just always constantly cleaning. If there was something wrong, he would immediately fix it. Like, he just, granted, again, he's 80 and retired, but what's it called? He just did not want to just stop
was
working
moving.
at all. Yep.
Yeah, it's Mexicans for you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I get itchy on my days off.
Yeah.
I want to stay moving. Get
Yeah,
moving.
for sure. I don't even enjoy parties. I don't enjoy them. Like, unless I get paid to take photos at a party, I'll enjoy it for a bit, but then I'll get back to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I never really been much of a party guy either. Never.
What?
Yeah, nah. I'm kind of a chill homebody. I'd rather be home.
George, what happened when that one day you were hanging out the window of the Volkswagen? You were partying? No.
Yeah. I mean, when we were younger, I would also enjoy those Mexican parties with the bandas, los tambarazos, everything. And now it's just like growing up, I'd rather work, get my bread
That's
correct,
Yeah.
you know?
That's amazing that you're feeling that at 21. I started feeling that like probably around like 26, 27. I was just like, I don't want to go to parties no more. Like, I just want to stay home.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no ROI in that, you know,
Really?
then, like, I'd rather not. Like, what's the thing I'll get? Dopamine. That's it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, if
Maybe a
there's
free
no
drink.
right, if there's no cash in my wallet, I don't want it. But it's like I'm also trying to teach other young people about it. Like, yo, come on, like, you cannot live to live anymore. You know, you got to live with a purpose at this point.
Yes.
Right.
Like, if you find the purpose right now, I found my purpose at 18, and at 18
That's
it
very good, man.
was I was struggling because, like, I was still in high school. I wanted to leave high school so bad because it was not for me, right? CB Chicago Bulls College Prep back in the days, very, very structured and very on it. They were like, if my belt was the wrong material, so my belt had to be leather, right? So if it was like any other type of belt, a demerit, or actually it was 4 demerits. So 4 demerits would get you with attention, and then that's 3 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so, but it did help me a bit, you know, knowing how to dress up, especially when I was in ROTC. You know, I was in ROTC for 4 years. I landed, my final rank was corporal.
Oh, nice.
And so, you know, just, it's fun yelling at the kids too. You know, finally I can have a sense of power.
No,
But, like,
no military aspirations from there, right?
Saint.
I wanted to be a Marine.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to become a Marine, and then COVID hit. Oh, that just,
Oh, okay.
man, that
Yeah.
ruined the process. But I'm glad.
Probably a blessing and a curse.
Yes. It was a blessing and a curse for some people.
Yeah.
Right. And so I see some of the people that wanted to enlist in better positions, and some are still trying to.
Well, I was saying in your particular case, it was
Yeah.
a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, for sure.
So it
Sure.
took you off the rails for the Marines, but
Yeah.
I mean, you ended up going on to doing other things. So
Yeah. So now that I've learned what I learned, and just like being in this position, I'd rather be in this position.
Right.
for sure.
Right.
So you said you learned your purpose at 18.
Yeah.
What of all the things that you do was that purpose? Like, what is the one thing that's
Being a photographer.
that's
Taking photos. So there was how it started was I was at a high school event, it was the homecoming, and so I had to read the rules because every time, like whenever there's structure, there had to be some loopholes. So I would always read it, and then there's a point in time where it was like the homecoming dance. You could bring digital, like cameras. You can't bring your cell phones, but digital cameras. I'm like, cool. I have my T6i, my Canon T6i with the flash. I'm gonna bring it. And so all of a sudden, like I'm just waiting for the room to fill up, and all of a sudden they started playing. I think it was Cardi B, or Playboy Cardi. There we go.
Okay.
Playboy Cardi. Room started going, and I'm like, okay, bet. So that's when I started taking photos. And I didn't look at the photos until the end of like the next night. And I'm like, oh snap, like this is dope. Like this is what I want to do. Then I sent it to my advisor, and he was like, damn kid, like this is nice. You got some dope pictures. Like,
nice.
you know, this is what you should be doing full time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it full time.
All right.
Then I started skipping school. I started taking gigs. Yeah, like I took it like literal, and then
They're like, don't forget your homework, and you said, no, I'm booked.
no.
I'm booked for the afternoon. Leave me.
Yeah. So, you know, I think I would go to like Facebook with Rena and just like but like learn how to take headshots, you know, like the lighting and things like that. Rena has helped me out a lot, you know, how to speak to people, you know, how to interact with them. Because, you know, vocabulary back in the day would be a little bit ghetto. But now it's more so just like, oh, you know, acknowledging like, oh, good morning, how are you? Things like that. I would always skip school. I never liked the environment. Never. But I'm glad I did. Because now I know what I want to do.
You're a creative bird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta spread your wings, man.
Yeah, like if you put a shark in a fishbowl, it's gonna be in the fishbowl. I'd rather
Peacock,
I
man.
gotta
let him fly.
There we go. Let me soar, bro.
Nice, man. Nice. I got a question.
Yeah.
The glasses.
Yes.
How'd that come to be? Like what? You know what? It kind of reminds me of like there's that line from The Dark Knight. Nobody recognized me until I
No one cared who I was.
No
until
one
I put
cared
on the
who I
glasses.
was. So Halloween of 2017, I wanted to become Half Man, from Batman. You know, because
nice.
but you know, we didn't have the money for the makeup, or no one knew how to do like the makeup thing.
Right.
Two-Face? Or?
Two-Face.
Okay,
Two-Face.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so Two-Face, Half Man. Yeah. modernized Two-Face. So I look around trying to see what I can dress up, and I had my leather jacket and then leather jeans anymore. I don't wear jeans no more. They hurt my knees.
What?
They hurt my knees.
He's like, they're too constricted.
They're
for
too
me.
constricted. Like I wouldn't do this
Okay.
right now. I'd be more like this if I was wearing jeans. But now, like I can do this now.
You gotta get the right jeans, man. If you go with Levi's, they could be very, very rough on
Or
the skin.
Dickies.
Yeah, they don't
more.
let your skin breathe.
Yeah.
wow.
You're in there like,
man.
fuck, man.
Right. Just like all sweaty in the summer. Oh, it's like it's all sticky.
I don't know
No,
if
thank
you
you.
You just gotta be like, ugh.
He peels away.
Ugh.
He peels away, you know?
Yeah, but so then I found these glasses. You know how the dentist gives you like goodie bags.
Okay.
You know, so I saw these sunglasses. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. So I just wanted to paint them black and then I stopped in the middle, and then it was like the left side was black and the right side was white. And from that point I was like, whoa, this is something I can like.
Yeah, you'll rock it.
Right, I'll rock it, you know. And at the time, like the majority of the black side was favoring, like going, like bleeding towards the white side. And I still have that pair to this day. And I look at it just like humble beginnings,
Right.
because
right.
like no one cared, no one cared who I was until I put the guys on. But like people wouldn't make fun of me. I would actually get in trouble for school for wearing them. So I had to stop wearing them because it was a distraction. And I'm like, man, I don't like this anymore. So like I did something about it later on. But my revenge was senior year, photo day. I'm gonna wear the glasses. And so I told the photographer told me like, hey, you have to take the glasses off. I'm like, listen, bro, or girl, she was a girl at the time, like, listen, I'm not gonna take off the glasses. This is who I am. And she was like, okay.
Whatever.
And then the disciplinarians found out that I took photos with the glasses, and they're like, you know, kid, you're gonna have to retake that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. That's the only thing you're gonna get. So
I'm just surprised they made a big deal about the glasses.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
man, I don't know.
Like the glasses are a distraction, but like, you know, pink and dye.
You
pink
couldn't even
is
dye your
fine.
hair. You couldn't dye
Oh,
your hair.
really?
You couldn't have tattoos. If you had tattoos, you had to cover them up. If you had piercings, you had to either take them off or I don't even know what would happen if like I don't even know at that point. But
What if you have like a surface piercing? Like, how would you take
right,
that off?
right. What else?
Anyway, all right, whatever.
You gotta undo your Prince Albert.
Oh my gosh, like you gotta take
Prince
it out.
Woods.
It's like there's a like little belly out here. You gotta hold on, wait.
Hey, hold on.
But that's how it started, Halloween, and then this is gonna be the fourth year. You know, kid
Yeah.
is kid.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you can say.
Like
And
your- not an alter ego. It's
No,
like, it's
no,
like
no.
Batman. It's like that's who he is.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah. William
Yeah.
William is like it's like his, the original, but it's not the kid. You're the kid.
yeah. But it's not like like I put on the glasses, I'm a different person. Like
No.
it's same thing, thing. You know.
Yeah.
But people don't recognize me without the glasses. And that's a nice thing to know. Like, oh, okay, so I can.
You know
like,
what?
if
On
it's-
your YouTube channel, you were getting a haircut. You didn't have the hat on, and without the hat, he looks like a different.
I look
guy,
like a
too.
different person.
Yeah.
man. It's like it's a nice thing to know because like sometimes I would hear conversations and I heard a conversation about me one time, heartbreaking, but I was like, that's cool. Like I'll take the.
He went like this.
I was like, I'm
put
sorry.
the hat on.
Not
Right.
even, he was trying to defend himself. He was like, I mean, well, maybe he ain't that bad.
I was like, hey, bro, my bad. I mean, I don't know who that guy is, but you know.
It was like, but I mean, from what it's describing, the way you're describing him, like, I don't know. Personally, I don't think he's that bad.
He's not like that at all. It's like you got it all wrong.
That's dope though, man. That's dope. That's a cool little thing, man. Because like, you get recognized. It becomes like the symbol, like
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah.
Trademark. That's my,
Yeah,
that's my
it's
little
his
trademark.
Yeah.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Marvel.
All right.
Marvel.
We got a little bit of both up there.
Yeah, Marvel. I grew up with Marvel. That's why Spider-Man was my first superhero. I think it was everyone's first superhero. I think in my generation.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was Wolverine, man.
Oh,
Excellent.
my dad loves Wolverine, man, and I think he's playing Deadpool with Deadpool.
Yeah.
coming up.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah,
Yeah.
coming back to
Yeah.
reprise the role.
Yep.
You
I
take a
can't-
lot of
Which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I was
you
kind of
figured that,
surprised
right?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, but I was just surprised. I was, he's actually coming on Deadpool. Wow,
Yeah.
cool.
You take a lot of fake photos of your family and stuff.
Like take photos of my family.
Yeah, just like randoms. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like
They
this-
don't even know it too. I'll pull up my phone one time and
you're like,
if-
what are you saying? And you're clicking
No,
away.
when my dad is like in candid
Yeah,
mode,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
like I have to document this history, like
Yeah.
because like he started this bloodline of this new he took the risk, so I have to I told him you're gonna get this wall where you're all suited up, all looking brave, and you're starting this family tree in the United States, and then Tubbs is gonna I have plans for it, but he's gonna start the family tree in the U.S. and then
Oh, so your father's first generation?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, here.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What part of Mexico are you guys from? Or your dad from?
My dad is from the F.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, Fuerza Chilango, he says.
All right.
So,
Oh, well.
I got family in DF. Yeah. We're all majorities from Michoacan though.
And you know Tubbs too?
yeah, Tubbs. Tubbs is dope, man. Tubbs is
Wait,
really
who's
dope.
Tubbs?
Tubbzilla is a calligraphy artist.
Okay.
So I had aspirations to become an artist in high school. I just never really put my heart and soul into it up until when I turned 20. I started receiving commissions and things like that. I wanted to work with Tubbs and Senrock. I wanted to work with Senrock first because he was having a mural in the Pilsen community. I reached out to him via text. At the time, I only had 50 followers. They didn't give a damn, and I probably went through his requests, messages. I'm like, it's cool. I'll work with him one day. So now
Yeah, both guys are dope artists.
yeah, very humble, very dope artists, and it's a pleasure working with them always. Yeah.
Both guys are great.
So you used to draw, or what was it? Art
I used to just draw
or tag or what?
no. I used to just draw what do you call it? Abstract. It's just letting my mind just go.
Yeah,
just
you're a
go,
creative
just go,
dude.
just go. You know.
I don't have the mind for that. I have to see something and draw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just make stuff up. It just doesn't look right.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought you were, freehand type.
Oh.
I thought you could do both.
No.
I mean,
I-
he can freehand it, but like he
It
needs
doesn't come out
to
as
have a
good.
subject. He's more of a
if-
realist than
Yeah, if I have a subject or something that I could look at and draw, I'll draw it. But I can't just come up with whatever. Even if it's abstract, it just would look like smudge on a paper. I don't think it'll look good.
Where can we see your stuff at? Like, is it anywhere?
On the IG, but there's actually gonna be a documentary that La Paseo Garden will be hosting on October 14th, I believe, and my artwork is gonna be featured in that documentary.
Oh, that's
It's portraits. It's portraits of the elders that are taking care of the garden, and so I just did my artwork and things like that. It came out really great. And I was surprised myself because they told me just to have creative expression, creative freedom for it. And I was like, all right, doing what I did. And I was like, all right, this is dope. I love it. Where else can you see it? A majority on my IG page, for sure.
What's your IG?
The Kid from Pilsen.
The Kid from Pilsen. Got
Yeah.
it. All right.
So I was surprised no one took that name. Yeah, I was surprised no one took it. I was like, I'm keeping it.
Meant to be.
And from time to time, I would get bots sending me links. I'm like, no, I'm not clicking your link. You're not taking my shit.
Right.
This is my shit.
Oh, people wanted to buy your
So in the beginning, someone
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to buy it. It was some weird username 12 whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
buy your account. I'm like, you're not taking my shit.
Oh,
This is mine. This is mine. Because I knew it was gonna be something.
right.
For sure. So, what kind of photography do you like doing mostly? Is it just portraits, or do you
Candid.
candid? Okay,
I don't like posing people. I don't like
I agree.
I don't like just like that show up and taking photos. Like for example, protests. Like some political candidates, they will show up, do their photo op,
Yep,
get out,
then bounce.
No, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I love candids. Like when you're in the moment, when you're
I
just
agree.
like talking to someone, when you're crying, like things like that. Like that needs to be documented.
Yeah, it's
like,
capturing the real.
How do you approach somebody when you're like taking photos? You just take your photo and then just ask them like, "Hey, is it okay if I post this up on somewhere?" Or do you just kind of like you just take your photo and walk away?
I just introduce myself first, like if they know who I am, cool, which makes it better,
Yeah.
It's like the connection's already there, but if they don't, I make sure I introduce myself, what I do. I show them a little bit about what I do on my IG page, and if it's a client, I'll be like, hey, listen, just act the way you act.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm not there. Don't look at the camera. Don't smile at the camera. I'll ask, if you want a family portrait, I'll ask, but like, be yourself.
Yeah.
No poses.
Gotcha.
With the position that you're running for, right, in the 12th ward, how do you feel about what's going to happen in January with
So-
that Safety Act?
Yeah. So the Safety Act. So in the 12th district. So with the ECPS. So I've not read up on it entirely, but I know that there's gonna be some offenses, that will be that like I guess the police won't arrest. Or
my
prosecute, or-
my understanding was they were gonna be able to arrest them, but they won't hold them. There's no bail to be posted or nothing.
It's like a
They could
ticket.
just-
I think a ticket.
yeah, it's like a ticket or getting them in, running them, and then you're on your way.
Yeah. Send them a bill in the mail.
Yeah.
So I need to read up on it more.
Oh, okay.
Because like it's not
Fair.
gonna take into effect until next
January.
January, right? And so
it's almost like January's almost around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 months.
Oh,
from now.
Crazy.
fuck.
yeah, so
Right?
like, and I know
Here,
that some
look.
community residents and there's a lot of misinformation going on around with what the Safety Act is. Some people think it's a purge law. We need to be educated on what the Safety Act really is.
Absolutely.
That kind of misinformation, it's very dangerous, especially in underserved communities,
Yes.
right? Like, it's like they want us to go against each other badly. Like, it's like, all right, guys, let's read up on it. Let's educate ourselves first, right? In order to prevent anything, like any division happening, and from this point forward, from January all the way till whatever's gonna happen,
Yeah.
right?
Somebody actually was talking to me about it, and they referred to it as a Safety Act, and I was like, Safety Act? I was like, you mean the purge? That's like you're right.
Right,
I said
law.
that- I said that purge thing that's gonna happen in January. But yeah, I was just wondering what your take was on it, being that you know what you're going for in the 12th district.
Yeah, so like I said, I still need to read up on it, but I know for a fact that with this new role, the role is to like keep police accountable, right? To solidify relationships with the community, with one another, to be the mediator and things like that. And so just like this is also a educational campaign or educational like political run. I'm not even sure if it's a political position. It's a local position. Right, because it's nonpartisan. But you know, I'm a learning guy. I'm learning, like, especially taking on this new endeavor, right? Just like knowing what needs to be addressed, knowing what the community residents want. Just like, you know, that's what I'm here for. Just representing that young people need to be at the table, right? Because like there needs to be a youth input. There needs to be a youth component in this.
Right.
Especially when it comes to police. I mean,
you know,
most youth are the ones youth are being the ones targeted by it. So
yeah. So that's from my experience. My experience with, you know, police has been unique. Right. But, you know, I want to be there for the young people. Like I'm running for this for you guys. Right. Because like if there's no representation of the young people, we're going to lose hope. Right. And especially with the Senate election that happened, there's been low turnouts. Low turnouts. Like I think 7,000 out of 90,000 people showed up to vote. And I think if I'm correct, the numbers stated that the majority of the people in jail voted more than community residents, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I'm here like, guys, we're out here, we can walk.
Yeah.
And you know, like it's amazing. It's amazing too that people in jail can vote. Like now that's their right to vote.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know that they were doing that. They would let them do that.
Yeah.
That's that's new information.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it makes sense. They're still citizens. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
just a different kind. They're locked up. That's really cool, though, man.
and they're underrepresented as well too. So
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, but that Safety Act thing, it's worrisome. I mean, from people are really worried about it because, like, you know, they're saying, yeah, all these punishable offenses, like, you know, second degree murder. What was it?
It's burglary, right? Burglary,
trespassing.
Trespassing.
Well, so for trespassing though, they won't even. You can't even call the cops. They won't come and take them out. You have to take them out yourself. You have to tell them to get you know out of Dodge. That's the one that I'm probably, because I mean my kid's, you know, in his teens. Sometimes I'll leave him at home alone. Now I'm thinking like maybe I'm not gonna do that next year because never know what the heck's in it.
Yeah.
He can't call the cops if somebody comes on to, you know, it's crazy. But hey, man, that's why we gotta pay close attention to elections, and you know.
Yeah, it's crucial. Like, you know, like especially in the young demographic, like we don't care. We don't care. But you know, me running, I hope that they have like a sense like to think about it. Like just think about it. You don't. It's not it's your right to vote. You know, we're not forcing you to vote. Right, because obviously, you know, there's these things going around with elections. It's rigged. It's not, whatever the case might be, whatever they thought, whatever the media outlets, whatever the algorithm teaches them, right? So an algorithm is a serious thing too. Like whatever I see on IG, it could be misinformation. Like it's just a matter of just education. It's like education.
I started seeing that monster grow, 7 years ago or something like that. Like
like 2016, 2017.
Around 2015, 2016, that's when I really started seeing that monster grow. So it's like
this whole divisiveness and all that.
Yeah,
which is the reason why I left social media up until earlier this year. So.
Man, like I'm not sure if you guys were on social media when this Andrew Tate thing was going on.
Yep,
oh yeah.
My gosh, that was an algorithm for sure. For sure. Some were having the negative side, some were having the positive side.
Which I couldn't understand where the positive came from.
Right. So yeah, like I think the positive came when he was like saying motivational things, right? But the man is, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, stop.
Right. Yeah. He says one good thing, but then there's like 50 other bad things.
Right. I'm like, bro, this is not the generation to be.
Like, I don't want to go there, but like, you know, it's like trying to say like, you know, well, Hitler brought a country together.
Yeah, right.
Hitler brought an entire continent together. Like, but let's just forget about all the other crap that he did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And that's just an example of what the algorithm can do. Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, like the Hitler thing is a low hanging fruit type thing, but like it's just an example of, like you said, how it can get manipulative.
Do you ever gotta like check out from social media for a couple of days?
Do
you ever feel like it's like just
Yeah.
I just
Disconnect
it's just
for like a day.
so. I think to make sure I say this correctly, there's people that want me to follow them, and it's a matter of who you follow.
Right.
I need motivational pages. I need to see artists because I need to see art. Like human beings need to see art. They need to see expression. I need to follow music pages. I just need that, right? And oftentimes when I meet people, like if they're just someone that needs to like continue to grow, like they'll grow, and like if there's someone negative, I'm not gonna follow them.
Right.
I don't need that negativity on the page. I don't need to wake up like with the guy ranting about his life and things like that. Like I hope it gets better for him or her, but it's just a matter of who I follow. That's what's helping me
Right.
be on social media from every day.
Right.
And from time to time, when I'm with my family, phones are off. I want to be present.
Yeah.
I want to take them out. I want to go with them with Pompeii, things like that. And so, like, if I don't follow you back, it's for a reason. It's like, don't take it personal. It's like for my mental health, for my being, for my sake, and for my time too. Everything now is about time. Like, the clock is running, especially right now. Like, this is like a great investment of time. Just talking about it, having human interactions. This is great. This is dope. And so that's why I don't like parties. If I don't get paid, that's why I don't like parties. But I'll take photos, but I need to get paid.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to surround yourself with that positive vibe.
Yeah.
For sure.
You got a big team,
What,
like people helping you, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was like a lone bird at the beginning of 2020. I was solo, but it was a matter of trust as well, because like I didn't really trust people.
Yeah.
Because like so many backstabs have been happening, and I was like, man, this ain't it. Like, I just rather go alone. Up until I met Delilah, great human being. I met Delilah, I met Tubbs, Senrock, I met all these genuine people that really wanted to see me grow, and I wanted to see them grow. Surrounding myself with them and just like learning the ropes of what business is, what art is, and things like that. Yeah, like I can say for sure that I have a team, a powerhouse team, that I'm proudly say that I'm proud of, right? We have the bumps on the road here and there, especially for me, because I'm learning, and so like whenever there's a time where I say something and they come up to me like, "Hey, I think you could have said that better. You said that with a very negative tone, but I need you to rephrase it next time with a positive." I'm like, cool, but so we keep each other accountable. For sure.
That's dope.
So,
That's dope, man.
Delilah, she's also like I guess you could say a documenter too, and
she's a philanthropist.
Yeah.
She manages artists. She loves art. Yeah.
I've been so I saw you were working with her not too long ago. You posted something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, I know what you mean with the LED. It was the Latinx Latino Heritage Month.
That thing, right?
Yeah. So that was yesterday. Yes.
I told you.
So then, see, even I
figured it out.
There's so many things happening in my life at an early age. I just leave it up to Delilah, or I leave it up to my colleagues telling me like what I'm doing, because like I forget. I seriously forget. I need to start getting a habit of just putting it in the
reminders,
in the calendars, the reminders.
Yeah.
It's funny that you're a documenter and
I forget to document. Right. And so like it gets bad when I need to call someone or text someone like, oh snap, I forgot to text someone, or oh snap, I forgot to call her, or things like that. But yeah, I was featured in the Champs.
George
that's
like
cool.
that too.
That's where you saw him, George.
George is like on 11 like every day. So
yeah, I'm always busy, so I forget. I forget a lot. Like I'm constantly, hey, remind me to do this. I'm that guy. Hey, fucking remind me to do that.
What was it? Last Wednesday, you were like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. You need to call me at 5 p.m.
I'm gonna forget.
Hey,
I'm gonna forget. You need to call me at 5 p.m.
I'm gonna have money one day to get a butler. I need a butler like Mr. Kid. Your warm towels, right?
Mr. Kid.
Right.
Dope.
Yeah. No, it happens though, because you're in the middle of it, right? I put reminders. I'm not trying to be completely, a complete asshole here. So like I'll put reminders on my phone, and then I'm in the middle of something and it'll go off, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. Yeah. And then you're fucking finished what you're doing.
You forget the reminder?
And then you're on to the next thing, and I forget the reminder.
Oh, that happens to me all the
Every time. Yeah, it's like that, man. It's like that.
It is.
Sure.
It really is.
So what else is on the agenda for you after this?
So after the podcast, I'm gonna go, just canvas, collect signatures. I finally got my petitions,
Okay.
and so when my name's on the ballot, it's gonna be William the Kid Guerrero.
Okay,
Oh,
I was just
Really?
gonna ask you that. What, is it
That's
gonna be the
nice.
kid from Pilsen, or it's gonna have your name on it?
Yeah,
It's gonna have both.
to make sure it's like short and simple, I would have wanted the kid from Pilsen, but the thing is, like, I want it short and simple.
Yeah.
I think short and simple, it's sweet. I think people will know who the kid is.
Yeah.
Because some don't know me by my real name.
Right.
Because it's either like oh, like you don't know me enough to know my name, so I'm just like, call me the kid for now.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and so now up to the point where when they go election time, I'm like, oh snap, the kids! Like, I didn't even know the kid was running, because like this is the 12th district is a big district.
Yes,
Mind
it
you,
is.
that it's literally Ukrainian Village, Illinois Medical District, University Village, Pilsen, and so big district all the way up until Chicago to Blue Island, I think. So that's like the north and south. But I need to figure out the east and west.
Do you happen to know who the congressperson is for the 12th district?
I don't want to say. I think it's Teresa.
Okay.
I think it's Teresa. I still like I said.
you
I'm
would
like,
know more than I do, so
Yeah.
that's why I was asking.
yeah.
So whoever wants to elect the kid, is it people only in that district?
In that district.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna canvas that area.
Yeah. Just so it's like registered voters can elect like the kid, in the 12th district, and it's a big district, like I said. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been to like these places often, as I should, because especially when you're gonna be someone running for office, or I guess you can say in a position, like you gotta know thy neighbor.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah.
What are some of the other festivals that you've documented at? Like, have you done Lala or anything like that?
Lala was in 2019. Lala, like, that was the most funnest thing I've ever had. Lollapalooza, just like, man, it was an introduction to what concert photography is to me, and dope. The pit, however, the photo pit,
Okay.
so competitive.
Yeah.
So
I can
competitive.
imagine.
You see Getty image photographers. You see photographers that have already been contracted by big companies.
Right.
And I'm here just like
The kid from Pilsen.
this small photographer, with my Sony and a this like adjusted Canon lens to the Sony. I'm like, oh snap, you guys got the big guns right now. Like, I'm glad they rented the 70 to 200 for me, because I told them to rent it. Like, yo, I need the equipment to like provide you guys the images.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking photos, and I saw some other what one would consider like small other photographers as well, and that's when we really got along.
Right,
Sticking
right.
together for the next 4 days, because they were gonna bump me, they were gonna do this with the camera to me. Man, it's like,
Did you actually
Sorry.
see that?
yeah. Oh,
Yo,
dude, it's
really?
and that's what I saw in Lollapalooza in 2019. Man, it was so competitive, and I wish the photography environment can be, in the creative environment in general, can be more supportive of each other,
Yeah.
right? Because they want to see that division. You got to race to the top. You got to be number one, right?
Now, are you commissioned by somebody, or you just there freelance?
So the Times, I was at the Times at the time.
Oh, okay, the time.
At the Times at the time.
Okay.
Right.
So I was there for a bit, and then I was like, I have to move on. Like, I don't think this is the place for me. And so that happened, and then I went on to like, take photos of Michelada Fest, Masflow, all these other grassroots events, and yeah, like I love concert photography. Like, you get to meet other photographers that,
Right.
like, once you introduce yourself, set your intentions, what they are, cool. Like, there's no BS.
Outside of the U.S., like, would you ever travel? Like, where would that place be if you could take like, go off photo? Like, where would you want to go?
Man, outside of the U.S., Mexico primero.
Okay.
Mexico for sure. I have to go to Mexico, to the mainland where my dad came from. Because my goal is to like take photos of my abuelos and the horses and things like that, and just bring it back to my dad. Bring dirt from Mexico, like a bottle of Topo Chico dirt, and bring it back to my dad. That's my
pretty
goal.
cool.
So, and I want to bring like newspapers from Mexico, like, like, hey, keep in tune with what's happening in your pueblo,
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's dope,
That's
man.
dope. That's great.
Next to it would be Japan, Mexico, Japan, France, and a little bit of London. little bit of London,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Those are all great places. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
want to check
photo
out
wise.
Japan. Japan seems really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
all that
yeah.
tradition and the architecture is dope.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law goes to Japan once a year.
Yeah, your brother was out there too, no?
No,
Was it your brother?
that's where my brother met his wife. It
Yeah.
was in Japan when he was in the Marines.
And he was doing art there too.
He was blowing glass. Yes,
Yeah, blowing glass. Hey, that's a difficult art.
Your bro does that?
yes. He was doing that.
You ever see that? How they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blows
yeah.
up, they spin the thing,
Yeah.
and shape it all different things. Yes,
He did that for a few years.
He's
when
out
he
there
was in
making
Japan,
bongs.
after the military. So yeah,
You got
Hey, has he made one?
you got a bong at
I
home?
never really asked him.
You have to ask him now.
Now I do have to ask him. You're right. Have you ever made a bong?
That's awesome.
But yeah, he did that for a few years, and then he came to the States, and then he just kind of expanded his like art to other media, miscellaneous media, really. Nice. And then what's it called? Never did photography. It was just miscellaneous media. And then he became a teacher after that. So
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's cool. So you're like Peter Parkering it,
Peter, yeah, okay, that's one way to put
Right?
it. Yeah. I'm
Because,
either
like, you worked for the Sun Times, you said, right? The Times, the Sun
the,
Times, or
the Times. So
Okay,
the Times is a marketing agency. It's not the New York Times or the Sun Times. It's just
Okay.
the Times.
Ah, okay. I'm thinking
Oh,
that's why I thought
that's
Peter
what I thought,
Parker.
too.
Like I was like, oh shit,
I thought you were saying sometimes.
No, the Times. The
Okay,
Times.
the times.
the kid from Pilsen. Huh?
No.
J. Jonah Jameson's over there barking orders and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's cool, man. That's cool documenting. I think that's really important. I was telling my kid the other day because he's like really, like he's a creative type too. The younger one, they're both kind of creative, but the younger one, I don't know. He likes stories and stuff. He wants to be an actor, and I'm like, hey, why don't you keep a journal, man? I
Just
think
like-
that'd be cool.
Develop the acting.
But he's like he's not into it. He's like,
Would you ever write a
He's
book
young.
about what you're
bro,
you're going that?
of course.
Poetry. I would love to write a poetry book. I love poetry. An autobiography. I don't think I have the life experience yet to write it
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe one day I will, and everything's gonna be raw. I'm gonna put cuss words in it, like feel what I feel and things like that.
Exactly.
Obviously, I'm gonna put my images.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
I like books like that though. Like that's I just finished reading Tom Segura's book. He's a comedian. What was it called? It's called I'd Like to Play Alone, Please. It's like that. If you read it, it'll make you crack up, man. And it just reads like a conversation. It's not like it doesn't feel too formal. Yeah. It's a dope book. What else you got going on? So what are like the immediate things right now that you're working on?
So obviously, getting signatures for the petition. I want to beat that 2,000 goal. So that's one thing for sure. Another thing is working on my artwork. Making sure that I have a opportunity to have my photography displayed at the Zion Museum in Chicago. So that's one thing that I gotta curate it to the point where it's what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there yet. However, it's like frustrating. Sometimes I gotta leave it. I'm like, I don't like it. I gotta edit photos and things like that. Other than that, I think that's the most immediate things happening as of right now. I can't think of anything else. I think my colleagues will remind me what I need to do.
Yeah, right.
Feel something
Yeah,
like,
really,
say,
as
hey,
soon as you get off of
forgot
here.
to say this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was actually, she probably was wondering, like, who the hell is this guy? But I've been tagging Delilah because I thought she would be cool. Her and Tanya, I think they'd be really cool to have on.
Yeah,
They're
for
just
sure.
community leaders. They're just dope people. And I know she even interviewed, didn't she interview Joachim Noah or one of the...
Joachim Noah, yeah. So so she was highlighted to be this. I think that the wording is creative. Man, I forgot how they like the label they put her on, but she was highlighted for that. And Joachim Noah came in the door, and it caught her by surprise. I was like, when I saw the video, I was like, Joakim Noah, bro. Like, oh snap! Like this is so dope. And you know, she got a bobblehead and she also got the Crown Royale with her name, Delilah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I'm like, man, I can't wait to be 21. I can't wait to like, yeah, yo, Bulls, like, you know, what I gotta do, you know? And so,
Well, you're 21 now.
yeah, you know, so like now I can get like, you know, possible alcohol sponsorships, you know, like, I mean, I'm down, you know, like I don't drink much, but I'm down.
Yeah.
And then I want to work with the Bulls for sure, man. I want to work with them so bad, like just like I don't care what it takes. Let me carry your batteries or whatever, your laptop, you know.
Anything. I'll carry your shoes.
Right. Whatever you need, Zach Levine, you know, hit me up.
Because he's watching. All those Bulls watching right
Yeah,
now.
they're all literally watching right now.
Right. Yeah.
It's
You
actually their pregame warm up.
yeah. Like you may never know like who's watching too, right? So
Yeah.
True.
man,
Yeah,
it's like
you
it's
never know.
it's like making sure like you're just being genuine at all times. Like don't pretend. It's like because like the more you pretend, the more you're just gonna tire yourself out, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's like you're living a lie sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. You have a mentor. I saw that you have a mentor, right? There's somebody who you look at as a mentor, at least.
I think as a mentor for sure, it had to be.
She was a female that I saw on one of your social media.
Well, I think Rena for sure was my mentor at the time.
Okay.
At the time, but now I already think I've capacitated everything I needed to be a photographer at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like the student became
Becomes-
like
yeah,
the
the student
teacher.
becomes the
Now you're
teacher.
off doing your thing.
Right.
That's so awesome, man.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of sports, we were just talking about sports. What do you think about the Bears going off to Arlington? There's been this whole thing.
You know,
Mike Ditka was getting pissed off, and
I mean, the Bears are Bears, right? You know, like obviously there's gonna be public opinions being thrown around, right? I mean,
That's
I
a statement right there. The
yeah,
Bears are
the Bears are the Bears. You know?
Did we even win today?
That highlight.
Yeah. Do we win today?
Let's see.
Oh,
I don't know if we won today.
hey, Bears are Bears, man.
The Bears are the Bears.
Chicagoans know. You say Bears are Bears, but Chicagoans know what you mean.
right.
Yeah, we know.
You know, I mean, they can go wherever they want. I guess. I think it was more so because some wanted the Bears to go to Arlington because of the traffic
Yeah.
that was happening. Right.
Yeah,
I
and
think
the
that
bigger stadium and all that other
right.
stuff.
Yeah. Right. You know.
But the
We
argument
lost.
Yeah, we lost. We lost.
What was the score?
22-29.
All right.
Hey, you know, right there, just a touchdown.
Yep.
All right.
You know, if they
Besides
made
basketball, what's the other sports you like?
baseball,
Okay.
softball, volleyball. I love all sports. I've never played rugby though. I'd be in a chair. I think you know, I'm too weak for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have the anger for it. I just need the body for it. You know.
Oh my goodness.
Real question regarding baseball. You already know what this is going to
Ah, dude.
I think I know. I think I
Hold
know what
on,
he's
I
gonna
live
say.
in a home divided, bro. I stay diplomatic.
I'm right there with you. I'm in a home divided too. My mom is the Cubs. My dad is the Sox.
So,
Socks.
all
Sox.
right.
There we go.
Socks.
There we go.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Technically, South Side, right?
Southside, yeah.
Yeah,
so the Sox. I mean, I
Got the
will.
black
I
and
will
white
say.
going on.
Right, you know, collaboration. If the White Sox do something with my glasses, I'm gonna take my manager.
Yo.
You know?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
But
You got to trademark it.
Yeah.
Do something.
yeah. So it's
Have
in
you
the
looked
works.
into it?
Yeah, so it's in the works right now. So
nice.
I'm glad. What do you call it? But I used to be a Cubs fan because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's switched for obvious reasons.
Got a rep.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, like yes, I will. If a gun's pointed at my head, yes, I'll go Sox. But like when the Cubs made it to the World Series, I was happy.
Oh, bro, like so when the 2016, so when the World Series came to oh man, I was ready. I was reliving those days with my brother, you know, just like, man, like the Cubs, because like me and my brother are Cubs fans. My sisters are Sox fans with my dad. My brothers are my Cubs fans with my mom, right? And so when 2016 came around, I was like, nah, bro, I have to be a Cubs. I have to be Cubs. So in that year, I was rooting for the Cubs, and then they went to the World Series. It was an intense game too.
It was, for sure.
Man, the home run with the Boston. I was like, man, we're gonna have to pull up our caps here. And I was just waiting. I was like, bro, please, let me have this time to bond with my brother to win. We won. I was like, oh, shit.
It was like that though, right? It was emotional watching.
It was
that.
emotional.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, for
good
sure.
game.
Even I was just like, all right, good on you, Cubs. Good
Hell
on you.
yeah. Hell yeah.
It was emotional. I mean, I had that like lump in my throat. I was like, man, you,
That little.
guys better not lose.
Right. It's like,
That after
I had
cry
it.
sniffle, like,
Yeah.
it's like
I think I still
The kid had
I
a
still
single
cried.
tear.
Yeah.
I felt like Thanos. We can now live in a.
You know, it was a wild man at the Sox games.
Who's that guy? What do you mean? When the Sox were?
no, he's talking about how obnoxious I am when I'm.
Oh.
I wouldn't say obnoxious, but I'd say this guy's
Maybe a little bit. Huh?
This guy's true.
Maybe a little
I'm
bit.
obnoxious, man.
Oh yeah.
That guy's a wild man.
Forgot what was it, the Angels game a while back. I was just like, when we won, I was like, Angels suck.
Oh, jeez. You know, I'm in the house divided too, because I'm Cubby Blue all day, right? But my kids are like White Sox fans now. You know, they're walking around the house with the Shy jersey, the Shy hat, and I'm like,
How does it make you feel?
you know, for a while they were Cubs fans. They celebrated the World Series too, but then they went to a White Sox game and they're like, "There's more stuff to do at the at the park over there."
In all fairness,
In all fairness, in all fairness.
So you know, I gotta get a jersey both sides. You know, blue and black.
You'll go the kid from Pilsen half and half.
Yeah. Oh, but no, I can't do that. The manager will come for me. Right?
he'll get a cease and
Yeah.
desist.
Under new management.
That's trademark, cabrón.
I was like, oh, the kid, he emailed me. Stop wearing that.
Oh, this is cool. The kid emailed me. Oh, it's a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry.
You know.
Oh yeah, man. What about have you seen the Super Mario trailer? The new one?
Man, listen, Chris Pratt.
Is that who's gonna be Mario?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
Chris Pratt. I mean, you know, I think he can umph it a little more with the
Yeah.
Mario. I think the voice is there. He's got to umph it. They have the Mario saying like, you know, the Nintendo's Wahoo and things like that, like his sound effects.
Yeah, it was like he was kind of right.
Yeah, so when I watched the trailer, so my girlfriend told me like to watch the trailer, right? So I only saw like a little bit of it because they were making memes about it already. So I was on meme alert, and I saw the trailer. I was waiting for Mario to speak. So once he slid down that tube, hit that mushroom, tried to reach for that mushroom, whatever Toad said, it sounded weird.
It was his voice. It was just his
It was
voice.
literally his genuine voice. I'm like, bro, you gotta step it up, Chris Pratt. You gotta step it up. Nintendo fans are gonna come after your ass, bro.
Yep.
It wasn't right. It didn't feel right.
I haven't seen the trailer. I've seen it. I like scrolled
So,
past it.
I've only
but-
seen the memes, and
Yeah.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, I'm glad that Jack Black is Bowser.
Yeah,
It fits him. It
Oh,
fits
wow.
him.
does.
That's
He,
dope.
Yeah.
he got a bomb ass voice for it,
Right.
right?
Oh,
I was
for
like,
sure.
oh shit! Like you could hear Jack Black. In
And I
there.
thought it was The Rock playing Bowser.
Oh,
because they sounded different. I was like trying to compare their voice. They sounded the same. But it was Jack Black. I was like, man, you got a deep voice now, bro. Like, man, what has happened over the course of the last few years?
Yeah.
Building up that testosterone, I see, you know?
they put a voice changer on this.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks good, man. But yeah, it bothers me that Chris Pratt's it's just his regular. It sounds like his regular voice.
He just got to unfit. That's all I recommend, you know?
Like I imagine like if he was gonna do like because I don't know why to me, you know, I guess it's because it's in Italian, right? Like it's supposed to be Mario's supposed to be Italian. So like I think an accent, if he was to have an accent that didn't sound like that Italian accent, I figured it would be like a New York kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Even that would be
The
cool.
Bronx?
Like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
something
Hell
that would have
yeah.
been cool.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. It just sounds like Chris Pratt, and I was like, I don't know.
It sounds like Park and Recreation, that TV show
Yeah,
he was
just
on.
his regular voice, kind of like you could hear when he does like the little wahoo thing. Yeah, you could hear like it come out a little bit, but he doesn't really go for it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It reminds me of what happened with Sonic, and they had to reconstruct his character.
Yeah,
This is basically what's going to happen with Chris Pratt, but with his voice.
Yeah,
They're gonna change it mid-trailer,
Right.
Before they even hit the theater.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, We good?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're. I
I
think
think-
we did all right.
Yeah.
I think we good.
Then let's go ahead and close. You want to
It's
close
all right.
up?
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. Big shout out to the kid from
Appreciate you
Pilsen.
guys. Thank you guys.
When does the voting go up for you?
So February 28th. So I'll be alongside with the aldermanic and the mayor candidate on the ballot. So
Okay, it's February 28th. Mark your calendars. 12th district vote. The kid from Pilsen.
appreciate you.
Shout out to my boy, the unicorn in human form, Jay Reyna, and Carlos. Get better soon. He'll be back for our Halloween. For our Halloween special.
I do have one question though.
What's up,
As
brother?
adults, what do you guys do for Halloween?
Oh, we got a little special coming up.
Yeah.
We're trying. We're gonna do
So,
something.
but besides like before the podcast, what I don't know at this point. I can't even go trick or treating no more.
Yeah.
So I'll admit I've never been one to dress up for Halloween. Every time I go out with my friends, like when I was younger at least, when we go out, everybody would be dressed up. I wasn't. I would just show up in my plain clothes, and then everyone would give me shit for it. I'm like, I don't care.
I think it's easy for me and George because we got kids.
Yeah, we got kids. Well,
Yeah.
I don't really dress up though. I you know what though? I do their suits, their costumes every year.
Yes.
I do them myself, and
And they're
out.
damn good too.
They come
Yeah,
out.
come
Last
out
year,
damn
my
good.
my, my oldest, he was the Ghost of Tsushima. I made the
Yes.
whole thing.
Yeah, I saw
That was
that.
good.
Man, there's money in that too. There's money
Bro,
in that.
no.
There is.
His
Hey, I might
outfit
commission
looked
you
good.
this year. You got time before? Maybe
Hey,
not.
You're a little late, dude.
Did you already start on your kids' costumes?
Yeah. Sebastian's gonna be the Nightmare Batman from Batman vs Superman.
Okay.
Justice League. And then Jacob is gonna be Gus from Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
Before or after the explosion?
Oh,
Before. No,
hilarious.
but he's just gonna dress up. He's got like the Los Pollos Hermanos smock.
Yeah.
We're just gonna slap a little fake blood on it. Yeah.
That's good.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you take your younger siblings out there? Are you, or at least you're present?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they're- yeah.
I try to, cause like I work, so
Yeah.
I prioritize work. And I think yesterday I hugged my sister and like I apologize for being absent, but I'm gonna get there. Just I just need more time. I need more time.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes,
Yeah.
But you're driving, you're going forward for them.
Yeah,
like you said.
man. I just like
Yeah.
because we need our own rooms. We need our own. I want my dad to sleep comfortably.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do in that room. If you want to paint, because he's a painter too. But I'm not gonna say too much, but I feel like he needs his creativity freedom without restrictions.
Gotcha.
That's,
He works too much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it sucks these days. You gotta, put making money in front of what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you want to do is find a way to get them both together, right?
Yeah.
Do what you love and make money, but it's hard, man.
Right.
Especially if you're first generation.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like you gotta. It's a matter of balance. It's money controls everything. It's the root of all evil. It's like but the fact is that the reason why we're chasing money so much is because we want to be stable. We gotta be able to like wake up knowing that all right, cool, we got food, clothing, water, everything, the basic necessities, and then luxury maybe.
Yeah.
But I threw out all my clothes that were colored. Like I want it to be minimalistic as possible to save money. So
Gotcha.
Commendable, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're busy, but we appreciate you. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna vote too.
appreciate it.
And all the way. The kid from Pilsen. Thank you so much. Give him a
you,
round of
guys.
applause.
Appreciate
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
it. Hell yeah. Let's get it.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.